Colin Whittington is so busy these days because he can never get caught up on his farm. His pace had been set by daily drizzles and sometimes downpours through one of the wettest Mays on record. Across Virginia, a soggy spring has put a damper on planting season, making it difficult for grain producers to get seeds in the ground on the few sunny days Mother Nature allowed them.
It was one of the driest Aprils we've ever seen, and now it's one of the wettest Mays. So really probably the hardest thing is the workload on farmers in the area. Is everything's ready to do at once. Also, a lot of guys in this area also have cattle, and now they're trying to make hay, plant, and get ready to combine all at the same time.
Whittington isn't exaggerating. This May's rainy weather is definitely one for the record books.
We're talking over 8.5 inches of rain fallen, and that puts us in a top 5 and maybe even higher than that. You're talking at least a decade since we've seen that, but really some of the records go back to the 1800s when you start talking about top 1 or even top 4. So a really tough May for farmers in central Virginia.
As of Memorial Day weekend, there was still standing water in some fields, making it difficult to use heavy farm equipment. Since corn and soybean plantings are already as much as 2 weeks late, they overlap the harvest season for wheat. Truly, time is not a friend of the Virginia farmer this spring.
Back to small grains, wheat and barley, there's been limited time to get any fungicide applications on, and it's been a very bad year for disease. If the rains come later, we could still make a good crop. If they don't, we could be in trouble. The small grain crop is going to be up and down and probably short this year because of the weather and also some late freeze damage on a lot of the wheat and barley.
Adding to many farmers' worries, a long-range forecast for Virginia this summer predicts temperatures to be cooler than normal. This could cause even more headaches for farmers down the road.
We're transitioning from an El Nino to a La Nina season, which means we are going to be a little bit cooler and wetter than normal for the summer season, which doesn't bode well for planting crops and for crops to grow if we stay this wet.
It hadn't only been wet, it's been cloudy in May, and sunshine is great to see. It does every living plant and animal good. The corn especially has been having a tough time with the lack of sunlight. So this is really helping the corn crop.
Of course, the weather is always a gamble for farmers, so it looks like Whittington will just have to keep working, come rain or shine.